Amid the vast Pacific, where the rolling waters gleam, a sovereign nation flourished, born of vision and a dream. In 1795, the great Kamehameha rose to bind the shattered islands and to pacify their foes. He forged a unified domain beneath the summer sun, a proud and recognized state where separate lands grew one.
For 10 decades of sovereignty, the standard floated high, a symbol of achievement underneath the tropic sky. With legal codes and treaties signed with powers far and wide, the Kingdom of Hawaii stood with dignity and pride. From London to Paris, global leaders knew its name and granted full recognition to its independent claim.
The courts were filled with music and the people walked in grace, as old traditions blended with the changing global pace. But beneath the lush green canopies and mountains standing tall, a quiet storm was gathering that threatened soon to fall.
For foreign commerce entered and the sugar trade grew vast, and wealthy Western residents cast shadows on the past. The bayonet constitution forced the monarch to concede, stripping power from the people to reward commercial greed. When Queen Liliuokalani sought a charter to restore the rights of her own subjects on their native island shore, a faction of Americans backed by economic might conspired within the shadows to extinguish sovereign light. In 1893, the fateful hours arrived in town, as ministers and businessmen conspired to take the crown. With forces from a warship landed on the quiet street, the monarchy was challenged and the overthrow complete. To spare her people bloodshed, the queen yielded up her reign, appealing to a higher law to ease the nation's pain.
A temporary government took hold of power then, administered by wealthy, well-connected foreign men. The hope for restoration faded slowly through the years, as diplomatic promises dissolved in silent tears.
The flag that flew in majesty was lowered from the mast, and sovereignty became a sacred memory of the past. By 1898, the annexation was decreed, a continent expanding to fulfill a shifting need. The islands were absorbed into a distant nation's fold, as properties were catalogued and public lands were sold. Yet history preserves the truth of how the kingdom fell, a story that the archives and the modern voices tell.
Today the palace stands as a reminder of the throne, where once an independent, peaceful nation was well known. The legacy of rulers and the culture of the land survived despite the changes that the Western forces planned.
For memory outlasts the laws that foreign powers make, and keeps the kingdom spirit and its history awake.